right after he was born, the nurse and the doctor put him in a towel and left us with him for as long as we wanted. And so we spent about 15 minutes holding him and looking at him, and we took some photos for us.
Yeah.
And then I called the nurse back in, and she took him, and the doctor did her examination of him, just to check to see if there were any real big problems that they could find or whatnot, or just kind of see what was going on visually without doing an autopsy. The nurse took handprints and footprints and handprints, for us, and took a little lock of hair, and then she put a little toque on him and swaddled them all up and put him in a nice little bassinet and brought him to us. And he looked just like a little doll.
Mm-hmm.
Except not even little. He still had like 4 weeks to go. 4 weeks of cooking left to go, and he was already 5 pounds 11 ounces, which is crazy considering our firstborn son, when he was born, which was only what, a week and a half early. Week early.
He was 6 days early.
Oh, so almost a week early. When we brought him home, he was 5 pounds 13 ounces. So Leif was almost as big as his oldest brother was, and he definitely would have been bigger. And he was like 18 inches long, which is the longest baby we've ever had. All of them have been smaller. And just like his brothers, he had lots of hair, dark hair, and looked so much like Anders.
Mm-hmm. He was really cute.
So we spent, I don't know, about another 15 minutes crying and smiling and just loving that little boy until we were ready for the nurse to take him. We got more pictures. And then the next morning, after spending the night there, we came home.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a post on Facebook. It said this. Just to update our extended family and friends, Cynthia and I found out on July 17th that after 8 months in the womb, the little boy we were expecting in August passed away. Leif Francis Madsen was stillborn in the late evening of July 18th, measuring 18.25 inches and weighing 5 pounds 11 ounces. Well on track to be our biggest boy yet. For those of you that don't know any background, had Leif been born alive, he would have been dealing with a number of medical issues, including problems with his kidneys and spine. While we are experiencing an incredible amount of emotions, we can rest free with the knowledge that he is with Jesus, and pain-free and perfect. If you see us, don't feel awkward. Approach us, talk to us, give us a hug. It's okay to acknowledge our situation. We love you all and appreciate your support. Jayden, Cynthia, and the boys. We'll post the picture that I put on there. So it's been
3.5 weeks.
3.5 weeks since that happened, and we have experienced a real outpouring of love from all of our friends and family. God has just given us a good sense of peace, and while we're sad he's gone, you know, when we think about him, we know that he's with Jesus, and you know, we rest comfortably knowing that.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, we've experienced lots of emotions, lots of sadness, and happiness, and then some guilt at being happy sometimes, and than being happy and being okay with being happy, and we've just been trying to use this time to really grow closer together as a family. When we told the boys, Isaiah, who's almost 7, he understood right away. He was pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
And Jens, who loved to call Leif Lovey, that was his name, Lovey. It took him a while, I think, to understand, but I think he gets it. But with him being 5, you know, he has no filter on his questions, and he's just got a lot of questions. And Anders, being 3, loves cars. So
He didn't understand.
no, he was, as we were trying to explain it, he had his car and he was driving his cars all over us, which was nice. I guess we've been blessed also that it's my summer vacation. We lost Leif 2 weeks in, and that means I've been able to stay home and be available for the last 3 weeks, and I still have 3 weeks more to go. I don't know what we would have done had it been during the school year. How much time I'd be able to take off. We didn't get an autopsy. We don't know if he had Down syndrome or any other genetic condition. We don't really know exactly why he died.
Mm-hmm.
Our doctor thinks there was a blood clot that got into his heart and stopped his heart. We didn't hold a funeral. We're going to have a little get-together in a couple weeks with our family and friends, just to
Celebrate him.
celebrate and to just acknowledge him and what happened. And there's no grave, but Cynthia and I are in the process of getting designs and bookings for our first tattoos, which will be our memorial to him.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get his handprints and or footprints, and his name, and we'll see what other things we come up with. But that way we will have his memorial with us forever.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be forgotten.
He was loved.
And is. So that's where we're at. Got 2.5, 3 weeks left of summer, and we're going to spend it together, spend it with the boys. Just got to keep moving on.
That's our story about our pregnancy and our little boy. And just thank you for all your support and love, and all the people who have just showed us so much just love, and yeah, we're just so thankful.
Love you.